What's going on, guys? How we doing? Can we hear me? Is this working? I swear every time I do a live stream, I get on and something goes terribly, terribly wrong. That's why I don't live stream very often. I'm just kidding. Actually, really fun. It's fun for me to live stream because I love just talking to you guys, and it's just good to be like engaged with the community. So, what's up, crew? How we doing? Back for another live dev Q&A thingamajig. Organizing my desk. yeah, just kind of wanted to give you guys a couple updates. I feel bad that I haven't made a devlog, but I am actually doing that intentionally because there's going to be a lot of cool things that I can announce and talk about. But I want to do it all at once to kind of like rebuild up the hype of sale, because I feel like there was like the launch and it's going back down again. And then I'm going to have a couple of cool things to announce in a devlog to be able to kind of hype it back up again. So just kind of wanted to wait to make a really cool devlog once I have that good stuff to announce, but I don't, so I'm just doing a live just because I want to stay engaged with you guys, know that I'm alive, and I want you to know that I'm still working on the game. Things are going, lots of stuff is happening in the background, guys. But yeah, like, just, yeah. And if you have any clues, I read Clueless Gamers. I said clues. No, like, if you guys have any questions or anything, now's the time. Have suggestions, let's talk about it. I'm just gonna be live, kind of just chatting, and let's do it. So what's up? Oh man. As soon as I start reading into the chat, it's like, oh, here we go, it's a live stream. All right, so what do we got question wise? Declan Johnson, why are you so slow? Freaking Declan, why'd you make this game? Okay, that's a good question. I can talk about this. I made Sail because I saw a need for it in like the VR community. Like I jumped into VR development in 2019, 18. So like right at the beginning of the hype, right? 2019 is when the Quest 1 first came out, and that's like when I started seeing like, man, this has got some serious potential, right? And I was just like, there's no like open world, open-ended stuff, and that's totally what I wanted to make. And I was like, it would just be awesome if there was something like, you know, kind of in the same style as Sea of Thieves, where it's just open-ended, open style, where you can just go do what you want, and it's a pirate game. And I just thought that would be so cool in VR, so I started making it, and lo and behold, here we have Sail. Yeah, so that's why I made Sail. What is the political state on hamburgers with fries? I make video games, not political statements. When does it start? Live started. That's it. All right, what's next? Where the idea of creating a pirate game in VR came to you? The devs of this game is whack. Declan. I think I kind of just explained it. Like, I really like Sea of Thieves, and I thought it would be kind of cool in VR. But there was like a lot of things that I wanted to improve on. So like it's not a clone of Sea of Thieves, but Sea of Thieves definitely inspired it. And like also I played a lot of Black Flag in like high school and stuff. So like kind of those two games mashed together with like a whole bunch of the stuff that I always like played as a kid. Yeah, that's kind of like where that all inspiration came from. But actually, I should talk about this more. The actual idea for Sail actually came because of me and my brother. We were talking. We used to go on these long drives because we lived in like we just drove everywhere as kids. And me and my brother would sit there and talk about potential video games. We were obsessed. Like we came up with this whole cool idea for another Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront game, which is like the dream game I want to make someday. But that's for another time. But Sail was another one of those games that me and him kind of like conjured up after having played, you know, like Sea of Thieves and, you know, Black Flag and stuff like that. We conjured up this really cool pirate universe and this really cool, like there's a bunch of lore to Sail that I haven't even started like trying to implement into the game yet, just because I feel like I still need to hit like the core mechanics. So that's a little bit part of it. How many downloads are we at? Let's check. So let's open up. That is not what I wanted. Dashboards, Steam. Okay, so on Oculus, we have from the App Store, App Lab, we have 2,400 copies-ish sold, somewhere in that range. So like right around 2,400 on App Lab. And then on Steam, pulling it up. Just me checking stats live. I'd be curious to like, I feel like a lot of people don't know that I've released in early access. Like, do you guys know, did I do a good enough job like announcing that? Do I need to like do another round of like that kind of stuff? Ugh, gotta log into everything. Wait, now the whole universe is gonna see my password. Okay, well, I know we're somewhere in the range of 3,000 downloads. I'm pretty sure. I can't log into Steam right now unless I move my keyboard. I don't want the internet to see my password. Let me try to log on really fast. But we're like in the range of 3,000, if I'm not wrong. I thought we passed it, but the freaking analytics that they give you on Oculus side of things, they like fluctuate. And it's not because of like returns. Like I thought initially it was like returns, but like I kid you not, there was a day where it told me that I had like 25,000 or 2,500 downloads and it jumped back to like 2,300. So I was like, what the heck? But it's not like I'm getting that many refunds or anything either. So I don't know what's going on there. Okay, master password. I don't know it. Just let me log in, for the love. Oh, dual authentication. Yeah, so on Oculus we have about 2,000. The exact number is 2,376 copies, and on Steam we have 723 copies sold. So we're just past 3,000, right? Is my math wrong? We just passed 3,000. So that's where we're at. What's next? Declan was prepared to troll you from the start. Yeah, I know Declan. He's a friend. He likes to troll. He started that rowboat sim back in like 2019. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I did start that one was actually a different part of the Sail universe, the little rowboat game that I made. It was supposed to be a horror game called Stay in the Boat, where I was going to really mess with people's minds about like staying in a rowboat and not like letting things get to you. Like the whole objective of the game was just going to be stay in the boat. And I was going to try to get you to jump out of the boat because I was going to scare you so bad. That was like the first VR game I kind of started trying to make. But Sail came after even that. Can't wait for multiplayer, bro. Me too. Unity just announced their netcode game objects is finally in 1.0. It's no longer in preview, which is awesome because it's just like super intuitive for people who use Unity. So I'm really excited about that. I've been looking into that, reading into the documentation and stuff. I'm not sure if I'm going to use that for multiplayer, but I have been looking into a lot of multiplayer services behind the scenes and just reading documentation and kind of experimenting. So yeah, excited for multiplayer too. Hey mate, Clueless Dad Gamer, what's going on, dude? Good to see you, man. Will you play Bone Lab? I actually will play Bone Lab. That sounds really cool, and there's a lot of stuff like behind Bone Lab that I'm excited about, like the idea that the guy's creating his own engine. It's kind of Thrill Seeker's been talking about that, and I'm guessing Thrill has also been like playtesting and stuff. I feel like it's gonna be a good game, and I like right now mods are the lifeblood of VR. Like, I've been playing the Contractors Battlefront mods and literally crying because they're so beautiful and so much fun. Like, so the idea that someone is like making a mod engine out of like the Boneworks engine is just absolutely awesome to me. So I'm super excited about Bone Lab. Yeah, really, really excited to play that one. Da-da-da-da-da. Yo, remember me from your last stream? I think not, because it was like 38 decades ago. It has been a while. How long has it been since I've uploaded? I've been doing like the shorts and TikToks every day. I'm not doing one today because I got a phone upgrade and I got to set that up. So no TikTok short thing today, but I got a new phone, so quality of videos is going to improve greatly. Vote French fries versus freedom fries versus fried potato. What? What? Is there some internet thing that I don't know about? Oh. I remember when you were 80 years old and played rock, paper, scissors in kindergarten. Fun times. Do you have any upcoming cool things that you can talk about? What can I talk about? So I can talk about what I've been working on. I've been super, super focused on getting seated mode working, which has turned out to be quite the pain. I didn't realize how much of a pain seated mode was going to be, but I feel like that's going to be like super, super important. I'm hoping... Like, it's ready to go. I need to make a build and push it out to my Patreon supporters. The problem is like lately I haven't had very much time for development because I have been in so many business meetings and like just business things. Lots of like just meetings with publishers and different companies and stuff like trying to get me to implement like their different things. Like B Haptics, I've been talking with them. There's a upcoming VR convention that I'm trying to get sale into and stuff. Yeah, so there's like I feel like I've got sale into a place where it's like the bugs are taken care of. Like it's pretty solid where it's at right now. There's still like a few things, but honestly, like the bug report hasn't reported a bug in like 2 weeks, which like to me means it's in a good spot, which to me means I can start adding the new content, right? So I've been fixing like a couple bugs. There's a couple more like big bugs that not a lot of people know about, but if they do know, like if you know, you know. But I'm trying to fix those, and that will all be pushed in this next update. And once I push that update, I'm moving on to new stuff. Like, I'm going to start putting in new missions, start messing around with the treasure hunts. I think the first thing that I'm going to tackle is the treasure detector. Like, not very many people are using it, and I know why. And so I'm going to make that more intuitive and, like, make it so that there's more random treasures spawned around the map and stuff like that. So, yeah, stuff like that. So, yeah. How many people have already downloaded sale? Told you that. Right past 3,000. Will there be something to prevent you from getting killed in half a second? Yeah, so that one thing we talked about, I feel like on the last live stream, is there's this cool idea of like if you die, you can like pay to respawn, which would give like more utility to your gold that you collect. I'm also thinking that I'm going to make it so that gold gets saved whenever you go to the pawn shop to trade in treasure for gold, and like just whenever you collect it. And then I'm going to change the hideout to be more like, I've been watching a lot of like Tarkov, where people like you go back to your hideout to like store things for later. And so like, what do you guys think of that? So like, I'm thinking about making the hideout a place where you can store treasure, and I'm gonna add it like I want to add a trading system where like you can trade specific pieces of treasure for specific like items and stuff. Because I have worked out a deal where we're gonna start getting different like cosmetics and stuff in the game for ships and hands, and maybe a couple of other things. I'm trying to see if I can get a blunderbuss into the game too. This is like my problem right now. Is like I'm pulled in so many different directions, like trying to handle the business side, trying to handle the development side, and everything right now. And there's just a couple of deals that are in the works that I feel like I can't start hitting the ground hard on new content until I figure out like a couple of these deals. It's bad. Anyway, the long and the short of it is like, yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff coming. Let's see. Lots of cool stuff coming up. Let's see. His password is Captain Kate. You wish. Declan is a menace. I agree. Can't confirm he doesn't smell bad. Thanks, Declan. What the freak? Old gamer. Would it be possible to have sunken treasure in the open water? You could like use a grappling hook to retrieve the loot, kind of like the Zelda Wind Waker. Okay, someone in the Discord is a fantastic artist. What is his name? And he's been drawing up like concept art and stuff just for fun and posting it on there. And he came up with the coolest looking harpoon gun. And I freaking want it in the game. And like, I feel like the harpoon gun would enable a lot of stuff like this, where you could totally put stuff in the water because there'd be a way to get it. So like, yes, I do want to do that. But I need to come up with a way to like get stuff out of the water. Because right now we don't have swimming, and I'm not sure if I'll ever add swimming. I want to, but again, it's just another thing I need to experiment with. I feel like I'm going to start small with the things that I add to the game, and then we'll move on to like bigger game-changing things. And yeah, anyway. Yeah, so I do like that idea. I really do. I didn't realize Wind Waker did that, but I'm going to look at that. So, how old are you? Let's just say I'm old enough to drink. Yeah, contractors so sick. I'm so obsessed with contractors right now. What country do you live in? How old are you? What is your exact address and your phone number? Not answering that. Anything to help with accessibility is worthwhile. Yeah, like there's just a couple things. Oh man, but one of the things I'm gonna have to do probably pretty soon here is to translate a lot of the game into different languages. That'll be fun. Gamer reality, dude. What's up? How many ideas do you have in your backlog? I have a long backlog. I have a super long backlog full of just random ideas and stuff. The problem is, again, it's kind of like Do I work on new stuff? Do I fix the old stuff? I don't know. That like there's a bunch of mechanics in the game that I want to like improve on. Like one of them is the inventory system. Like I really want to make some improvements to that before I move on to anything new. Like totally new, you know? So it's hard, man. I got tons of ideas. I just need to like figure out how to prioritize them, which I feel like I can start asking you guys now that I'm in a good place to do it. Again, I have like a couple more things that I need to fix about the game, and then I'll be moving on to like new content. So something you guys can keep, just like looking forward to. Will there be more features added with multiplayer? My initial goals for multiplayer is to just be getting like the basics working. The way that I'm planning on doing it is basically like I'm first gonna try to get avatars, like full body avatars working in a lobby, and then move on to like jumping from a lobby into a world with your crew, and then from the crew jumping into like just like increment it bit by bit. And then hopefully by the time we get to like actual gameplay, like it'll be set up to like start adding things like crazy. So we'll see. I'm trying to keep them the same for now, but again, we'll see when we get there how difficult multiplayer is going to be. But I'm pretty optimistic, especially now that like Unity is really pushing their like netcode for game objects. I'm super excited about that kind of support because I feel like all the other multiplayer services are going to have to respond with equal amounts of support. So I'm super optimistic. But that might be my downfall. I like the hideout idea. Cool. Do you still have motivation, and how did you get the motivation to make your game even better? I'm feeling really motivated right now, especially with like all the things that are going on behind the scenes. What's been hard is like the other things like going on in life. Like I have a little daughter, and like she hasn't been sleeping through the night, so like I haven't been sleeping super well. But like I'm trying, guys. I'm trying hard. This is another reason why I love doing live streams. This is really like helps re-motivate me to like get back into it and stuff. But I had a really like good week. I went on a vacation the week before, and so I've been back this week, and I had a really good week where I got a lot done. And like I said, like hopefully today I'm gonna be pushing something out to the Patreons to try out that'll test that seeded mode and stuff. So I'm feeling good. Where do I get that motivation? You guys, you guys, and like people around me talking about the game, seeing that people are excited about the game, like that's what motivates me, like keeping that hype up. So. All right, sweet. Skeletons should board the ship if you linger in the water for too long. I actually have some interesting ideas with that. Boarding is something I'm going to look back into, but again, that's something I feel like I need to have the harpoon gun for boarding, because that would just it's going to make so many things so much easier with like a harpoon gun, because then you don't have to worry about like, okay, like how do you get up next to the boat? Do we just let that be skill thing, something automatic? Yeah, anyway. Imagine if you had devil fruits. Imagine, bro. Imagine. Did you ever do a Flash game? I didn't, actually. I played Flash games a lot. I mean, that was like 90% of my childhood when they told us to sit down at a computer and go find Flash games. No, so I didn't. When will you add Blade and Sorcery physics? Oh, man. Physics is something I'm going to address eventually. It just doesn't feel like priority right now. I don't know. This is my problem, is I need to figure out like what's priority, because it's like I have like B Haptics like messaging me saying like, hey, like when are you gonna add B Haptic support to the game? It's like, well, okay, like I want to do that, but there's a couple of other people whose support I need to add that I'm not allowed to say anything yet, and like just stuff like that. So I need to figure out a better way to prioritize like what comes first. So pizza or burger? Bro, I'm just hungry. I'll eat a pizza burger. Will you add ship physics and waves? We've talked about this so many times. Waves are hard on your brain in VR. They really are. So I don't super plan on it, and they would just like murdered the GPU. I don't know why, but like waves, we originally had like little waves turned on, and they're on in the Steam version. In the Steam version of the game, there are waves. Your boat doesn't like super rock with them, but like there's waves, and it gives you like a really cool aesthetic. But for some reason on the Quest, it just murdered performance. So I don't really know. Like there are some physics, like you can run in islands and stuff. Do you think you'll make a Quest Pro version, at least with enhanced performance? I don't know if I want to open up that Quest Pro can of worms. I don't really see a point. If the Quest Pro is what is being leaked, it's a prosumer device that's going to be sold to like not a lot of people. So I don't super see the need to like get one, if that makes sense. because I feel like what's his name? Zuckerberg is trying to target like essentially like a I don't know, like from the development side of things, it doesn't seem like a good device to target because like the market is going to be so small. Now on the Pico side of thing, the Pico 4, that device is awesome. And that device is built for gamers. And the pro version of that device is going to be like the prosumer version with some really epic features. That device, I am very tempted to make like a super awesome version of Sail for with like face tracking and stuff like that. So that's my thoughts on the Quest Pro. I mean, enhanced performance would just come with it being like better hardware, but there's some more tricks and stuff that I can try on my end to make better performance on the Quest 2, because it sounds like, from what I've heard, and we'll see, like I'm going to live stream the October 11th live stream that they're doing to announce all their stuff, but I get the feeling that what they're going to announce at their next Connect is going to be some kind of live, like some kind of like almost like Game Pass service to their thing, and I bet you they're going to make like PCVR more accessible with some kind of dongle. That's my guess. I don't know. Meta, I haven't talked to Meta. I don't really deal with them behind the scenes or anything, so it's not like I don't have any information. Anyway, he needs to achievement for throwing the pearl off the ship with the main island. Bro, okay. So the other day I was in game and I was messing around and I realized there's a fun mini game that no one has done yet in Sail. And it's where from the top of the ship, you try to throw the pearl so it lands on the pawn shop. Because if it lands on the pawn shop, you can sell it. And if you do it, like you'll be able to see that you did it, right? So I challenge everyone. The first person who can send me a video of them throwing the pearl from the top of the ship down onto and it lands on the, what's it called? The pawn shop. I'll have a reward for you or something. Maybe I'll make that a public contest. That'd be fun. Let's do that, man. I'm gonna make that a contest for everyone. That would be so fun. I want footage of someone yeeting the pearl from the ship onto the pawn shop table. That'd be fun. Okay. Would you lose your eye like a part or lose your leg like a part? I mean, like cosmetic wise, yeah, but like it'd still be functional. You don't want to black out one eye in VR. It messes with you. Yeah. Waves are in the Steam version if you want to check them out. I'm excited for Thursday because Bone Lab comes out, baby. Is it coming out on Thursday? I didn't know that. I didn't see it. I didn't see that. Make it like Sea of Thieves. Yeah, okay. Do you like dogs or cats? Do I have to answer this? They're both fine. I'm not a super big pet person. I had tons of pets growing up and they're just annoying to me. So, sorry. Ghost ship would be cool. I do think a ghost ship would be cool. I've been playing around with making a like Halloween update for Sail where I change up like the lighting and stuff. I've been messing with it. I actually last night was messing with like turning the sky to night and making the water look like it was dark and making like a full moon. I don't know what you guys think. Should I release that just for a little while as the Halloween update? Let me know. Eye track would be good for foveated rendering. Yes. The eye tracking that's coming out on those new devices is going to be so great for performance. Like, that's going to be awesome. Yo, Top Hat, I remember you from the last stream. Yeah. Would there be customizable colors for the ship hulls and sails? We are working on that. That is one of the things I'm going to address once I get start getting in cosmetics and stuff. Probably most likely for now, it'll just be like a texture swap. So you'll be able to choose like which like preset you want on your ship. But right now we're working on getting the new custom hands. The new default hands will be the first thing that go into the game. So that's going to be first. If you haven't seen those, I announced them on the Discord. I haven't put them up on the YouTube yet. I should probably do that. But yeah. What else? Yo, add the Flying Dutchman. Like the one from Pirates of the Caribbean. That's called copyright strike, and that will get me arrested. Sorry. Halloween, you should have skelly ships that shoot jack-o'-lanterns at you. Oh, that's sick. Are there any free jack-o'-lanterns on the Unity Asset Store? There's jack-o'-lanterns, man. I should make a challenge where you have to find all 10. Jack-o'-lantern. Ugh, man, they're terrible. That was actually not so bad. Maybe. I found a jack-o'-lantern model. I could just throw it in game. Make it like a pearl for a little while. Hide them all around the map for you guys to go find. What'd you think of that? Breakable spooky pumpkins. Oh, there's some cool pumpkin stuff on here. Thinking about it. That could be fun. Oh, will you add water enemies? Yo, Emerald, what do you mean by water enemies? Like more ships and stuff? Because there's ships out there. I don't know. Jack-o'-lanterns. Yo. Is it possible to describe how hard it was to make the game? I mean, yeah. The nice thing that like I had in my experience is like I was able to come into like a little bit of funding and get a team for a while, you know? And like I'm hoping to get that again. Like going solo again is nice in some ways, but really hard like with priorities and stuff. Like because it's just me right now, like I have to kind of decide what I'm focusing on. And so like right now my focus has been on like the business side of things. Which is like it's been really great. Like there's some good stuff happening behind the scenes, but it also sucks because like you guys don't get content updates and stuff like that. So we're trying to work through that, work that out, that aspect of things. So that part's hard, but like actually getting into the code and like figuring things out is like one thing I actually really enjoy. Like to me, code is just a puzzle that you have to solve, you know, and I can figure it out pretty much anything if I just like take enough time to do it, you know. So I actually really enjoyed the coding side of things. Like right now the hard thing for me is balancing everything I have to do, you know, because I do the marketing, I do the development right now, I do everything, and with that comes just so much responsibility. I'm just trying to do everything. Anyway, decor to island shores like coral reefs or shipwrecks. Shipwrecks is something I've been thinking about a lot. So this is something I need to pull you guys on. Okay. When you go on a treasure hunt, do you want to know what kind of treasure you're getting at the end? Or would you rather that it was random every time and just like you picking up a treasure quest means you could get like a random type of treasure at the end? Let's do a poll on this really fast. Let's see if I remember. Do you want how do I word this? On for treasure quests, do you want to know what chest you'll get at the end? Ask. Okay, vote on that, please. The reason I'm saying this is I'm trying to figure out a way. I've been watching lots of like streamers and people like the YouTube videos that people have been uploading about sale. And I've been kind of keeping track of like the feedback and stuff that they say while they're in game. And one of the things that they were saying is they want like more randomized content, right? So that like it's not just, oh, go here, go do this, go there, which I 100% like I agree. That's awesome. So what I've been thinking is like making basically procedural steps that could happen. So like for example, if you pick up a bronze quest, that will be like a 2-step quest, right? Whereas a silver quest would be like maybe like a 3-step or something like that. Anyway, like each step would be something unique, you know? So like when you pick up the quest, it would say shipwreck with the map in this area. So you would know you're looking for a shipwreck, and then like on one of the islands there would be a shipwreck, and once you go there, you would find the clue spawned inside of that shipwreck. Does that make sense? And then like once you pick up that clue, it would tell you like where it is, and then you'd have to go treasure detect an area, and that's how you'd find like one thing, right? But then like another random version of that hunt could be that you're handed like a cipher and you got to go translate it, and that will tell you which island, you know, the treasure chest is on. Or you have to go kill like a pirate captain to get the key from them, you know? Like I want there to be more randomness to the treasure hunt because I feel like that'll make it a lot more engaging and a lot more replayable. Because right now they're very scripted, and I think that's cool. Like the scripted events I think have a place in sale as well, but I need to figure out just like how to randomize it more so people like keep coming back and keep having a good time, because I feel like right now it's kind of like you do the 4 quests and it's like cool, done it, sales cool, done, you know? So trying to add gameplay that way. Anyway, will there be an option for private lobby when multiplayer comes, or will it be forced multiplayer? Single player is not going anywhere. Like that's definitely gonna be a part of the game for a long time. So I guess in that sense, it would be a private lobby. As far as like private multiplayer lobbies, I have some interesting ideas around that. Like I want things to be public for the most part because like when multiplayer comes, like I want people to come in and troll on people a little bit, but we'll see. Again, like I need to not talk about multiplayer so much until I actually get into the development of it, you know. Random for sure. A bit of both, still random, but more expensive, harder hunts have better overall loot, almost like a GTA heist. I'm not familiar with GTA heist, so I should definitely look into that. Add that to my backlog. Look into GTA heist. I got my notes out, so if I have any good ideas, I'll just throw them back here. Harpoon gun is going in there. You guys think the harpoon, if I add a harpoon gun to sail, do you want it to be like a gun that you can hold in your hand? Or should it be like Sea of Thieves where it's like mounted to the ship? Let's do that as the next poll. Results are right on the last one. Seems like it's 50-50 on like knowing what kind of treasure you get at the end. So maybe we do it more like, make maps that aren't accurate on purpose. Huh? We make lava actually hurt you because right now you can just swim in it. LOL. Yeah, that's another one of the polished things I need to put in here. Yeah, I have it actually. I have it written down. Lava damage. It's in my polish section, which is like again like the next thing I'm gonna start working on. Now that I feel like I've gone through the bugs, it's like time to polish and add new stuff. Why'd you name your game Sail VR? My brother actually came up with that name, and I thought it was cool because it's so simple and it's so just like you get the gist of what's gonna happen in the game, like right off the bat. Like you hear sail and it's like, oh, we're gonna be sailing, we're gonna be on the water, and then like you see a pirate as the logo, and you're like, oh, that kind of sailing, let's go, you know. So I just thought it was a good name. Smaller inventory and on ship storage. Yes, that's one of the improvements I want to make to the inventory system is like limiting it. Because I think that's, I feel like there needs to be more of like use of your ship and more of like a consequence if you lose your ship. And then also like adding in like a respawn system that'll allow you to go and get the loot that you might have lost if you sunk your ship and stuff like that. Anyway, stuff like that coming. Oh, I was going to pull you guys on something. What was it? Frick. I had a good thing to ask you guys. What was it? Dang it. Oh, harpoon gun. Harpoon gun. Mounted or handheld? Let's poll you guys on that. Vote on it. Do you want the harpoon gun to be mounted on your ship or handheld? Will there be an arena like Sea of Thieves just for fighting like in a trading mode? I should probably build one of those just for the sake of like testing my own stuff, and then I could let you guys play it too. So potentially, yeah, arena. I add that back here. That could be interesting. Could be very, very interesting. Alright, what else? Will there be in-game transactions? I'm assuming you're talking about like in-app purchases? Eventually, yeah. But for now, no, there's nothing. I was thinking about adding, just like to get used to like how that works, I was thinking about adding like a tip jar so you guys could like donate to sale within sale. But we'll see. Have a set amount of storage and be able to buy ship upgrades of barrels and boxes for more storage. Yes. I have some cool ideas for ship upgrades that are very much on the lines with that. I really like this idea of like a class system for the ships. So like the small ship would be like your carrier ship, and that would have like a ton of storage, but not a lot of health and not a lot of like firepower. But like that would be like the ship you want to go out in if you want to just collect a ton of loot, right? And then the medium ship would be like the speed ship. It would be super, super fast, but not a lot of weaponry and not a lot of health. And then the big ship, the large ship, would be like the killer ship. Like if you want to go kill things, like that's the ship to go out in, you know? And then like designing obviously like gameplay to support each of those. So thinking about that, definitely thinking about that. And then there would, like, upgrades to those ships would basically be buying like better weaponry and more storage, blah blah, like stuff like that. And then like I was thinking about like making it so that if your ship sinks, it's like, well, rip, dude. Anyway. Yo, Magma, what up, dude? Hope that you know you're living the VR dev dream right now, making your own indie studio. Heck yeah, bro. It's freaking crazy. Like, it's insane. Just like even thinking like where I was a year ago, and just like trying to picture like where this could possibly be in a year is insane. Like, especially with like the talks that I've been having behind the scenes, which I can't really talk about, but like that, it's just nuts. It's so nuts. Nuts. Okay. Where did we get to on mounted versus unmounted? Ooh, it's kind of 60-30. All right, I'm going to end that. 12 votes. All right, what is multiplayer out? Will you be able to crew together, or is it only 1 versus 1? I'm going to make it, I think I'm going to try for co-op first. That makes the most sense to me, to make it co-op and make it so there's no friendly fire, because then I only have to worry about like you as the player connecting to the server and making sure those connections work between. But I do eventually want to add in a PvP mode. I've been looking back into like the crew because that was so cool. And like I think it could be cool to do like 1v1s where like you command an AI crew against another person in their AI crew, right? So it could be fun. Definitely something I'm gonna look into. Trading system for goods and maybe a trader ship that has extra storage and less health and firepower. Exactly. Yeah. So like the small ship would be the trader ship. That would be like it's like a decent speed, but it's got tons and tons of health, or not tons of health. Like not a lot of health, but tons of storage, and like it goes a decent speed. The heavy ship would be like it's got so much firepower and tons of health, but like 0 speed and 0 storage. And then like the medium ship would kind of be like the super fast ship with not a lot of storage and not a lot of firepower, and like a decent amount of health. Yeah, so I think it'd be epic. Maybe taverns in which you can meet up with friends, buy some rum, health pots, and trade with players. Maybe even some events. Yeah, so I've been playing Veil a lot lately. If you haven't checked out Veil, like I highly recommend it. It's a really good VR FPS. But their social lobbies are super cool, and I'm definitely gonna like mock a few of the things they do. Like one of the things I really think is cool that they do in their social lobbies is they have just like they have a chessboard and like a Connect 4 board that are out. And I love the idea of there just being games in like a lobby for people to play. So yeah, it's gonna like what I'm imagining is a tavern where you'll like meet up with other players. Kind of like, I love how Echo VR does it, where like if you log into multiplayer, like it logs you straight into a lobby, and then you can team up with people in that lobby and then go jump into like a match or whatever. I love that idea, and I think that's kind of what I'm going to pattern it after. So a trading system. Yeah, so with the trading system, I really like the idea of like being able to trade treasure for more items. Like I feel like treasure doesn't have much value right now, and so I feel like a trading system would add more value to what you can do with treasure. And like as you're going out and about in the world, I'm kind of thinking that I'll add in random NPCs that you can trade with to get certain things like health potions and whatnot, and like severely limiting like the number of crates and stuff that are out in like the actual world, like maybe making it like there's one pile per island, so like you can get supplies, but trading would be like the main way you'd go and get supplies from people. So I think that'd be cool. If you had sea monsters, then make them appear, but it's really rare chance that they will spawn. I'd love to add like a whole game mode, like a quest mode, where like you go and hunt down monsters and make like, but that's gonna take time. So I'm not gonna fantasize about that too much until we can get to that point. Man, I remember playing the very early access version of the game on SideQuest. Came out so far. Yeah, thanks, Magma, dude. Appreciate it, bro. Bro fist. I'm not PewDiePie. Wish I was. Just kidding. Yeah, dude, that's insane. Like, I built that whole thing by myself, and then I got a team, and now we're here, and now, like, who knows where we're gonna go from here? Guys, like, if everything goes the way that I hope it goes in the next couple of months, things are gonna be really sitting pretty for us here at Sail. So, thank you guys for all your support and like coming along on this crazy ride with me, because it's been freaking fantastic. And it's only going to get better. Like, there's just more stuff going. So, did you think cursed treasure would be cool and good loot, but applies a curse, like less max health or something? Oh, that is interesting. Like a reason to get back to port faster. That is a cool idea. I'm gonna put that in the backlog. Cursed treasure, giving myself more stuff to do. That's interesting. That's super, super interesting. Cursed treasure, like the way that I get, like, ooh, like half health. That is interesting. Or like health like only does half the amount of heals or something like that. But like you'd get like a crap ton for like having that particular. That is interesting. I like that. Whoever said that, that is freaking cool. Well, different items have goods like spices, coffee, and more varying prices to be sold. Could be a good way to make money. I don't know about like those kind of tradable items. Like when I'm picturing trading items, like I'm mostly thinking treasure. The other thing that like I want to add pretty soon is like the bounty hunt system where like you go kill a pirate and then you come back with proof of the kill, and it will somehow like that's what you trade in to like get the bounty kill. So I was thinking about adding, like we have these really cool books, like pirate books, and I was thinking of calling them like the captain's logs. So if you bring back the captain's log and trade it in, like that would give you like the reward for the bounty. So we'll see. We'll see. Where are you at with sales, matey? I said this at the beginning of the stream, but we just passed 3,000 downloads, so we're 3/5 of the way there of what we need. But there are some deals going on in the background that I can't talk about. I need to stop saying that. But yeah, 3,000 downloads, 2,000 more to get multiplayer for the next year, guys. It's gonna be sick. Doing good. Crabs like should be helpers if you don't have a crew. Like they can shoot the cannon and fire enemies. Oh, that's funny. That's interesting. I had an idea of putting like rats on the ship that you can shoot like while you're sailing, because that's another thing I think I need to like figure out is how to make like sailing more interesting, because there's lots of long sails where you don't really do anything. And I was thinking of like maybe adding like rats that run around on the ship and you can shoot them like just as a fun little mini game. But yeah. What would your reaction when a human-sized spider gives you a massage, makes your bed, makes you popcorn, and kisses you? What? For multiplayer, can you have it for to game mode type thing, so you can have a thing so you can be a captain and you're buffed and your crew is weaker, and if they die they respawn, but if you die. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's really interesting. Basically, like you have like a squad. It's essentially like a squad leader system where like if your captain dies, the whole crew is now on last stand. But if like crew dies and captain doesn't, they respawn back at the ship. That is interesting. Okay, I'm putting that in here. Captain. What do I call this? Captain squad leader? That's super interesting. Because then, like, the captain would have to think more, and we could come up with, like, a really cool, like, mini-game mode of mutiny, where, like, someone wants to become the captain, and they, like, put them in a 1v1. That could be really interesting. So, basically, if captain dies, crew is in last stand. But if crew dies while captain is alive, they respawn on boat. That is such a good idea. That's so cool. I love that. All right. How about cosmetics like pirate hats and maybe even a peg leg or a hook? You could also change clothes and pants. Cosmetics. I mean, we have certain cosmetics coming. The first thing that'll probably come is like custom stuff for the ships. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with full body avatars, but that's a ways down the road. So, when are cosmetics coming? So like there are cosmetics coming fairly soon. The first thing that's gonna come in is we're getting our custom hands put in the game first and foremost, and then after that we'll move on to ships and stuff, and like custom flags is probably gonna be the other thing. So yeah. Stuff like that. On the larger ship, maybe a little upgrade that lets you play bowling on board. That's funny. Like stuff like I was actually like looking into like what did sailors do? Because like I mean sailors have the same issue. Like if it's flat water, what did you do to like keep busy or like stay. And like obviously like they would like sing songs and stuff, and like I have some really cool ideas for instruments, but I need time to develop them. Anyway, crow's nest with a mounted spyglass. Spyglass is one of the things that's coming hopefully sooner than later. That's one of the things I want to do to the inventory is make it so that there's more tools, right? So there would be, I'm thinking about putting the bucket in the inventory and not have it just out on the ship. Like, do you guys think this bucket should be in the inventory? Let's do a poll. Should the bucket be in the inventory? Let me know. But I was kind of thinking of putting, like, you'd have a spyglass. Like, the way I kind of want to restructure the inventory is at the top you'd have your tools. So you'd have your shovel, you'd have your treasure detector, your bucket, and your spyglass, right? Those are kind of like your 4 tools. And if we ever get the harpoon gun, like the harpoon gun would maybe be up there. But it looks like you guys want it mounted, so that would actually be easier for me. So yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Seems we get a similar game as you, but they're making it third person. I was wondering, do you think it could be possible? What could be possible? Zarvi Dunum? Can you please add the upgraded weapons? I don't care if it does nothing. Upgraded weapons? What upgraded weapons? Did I say upgraded weapons? I've been trying to figure out upgraded weapons for a long time. How difficult would a captain's cabin on the larger ships be to implement? I mean, I'd have to remodel like the whole ship essentially to make it so there's a captain's cabin, so fairly difficult. Yeah, a little difficult. Can you please add the upgraded weapons? I don't care if I just read that. How do you use the crab detector? Okay, so the crab detector, the way it works is you're supposed to like sweep it along the sand until you go over top of like a treasure chest. But that's very true to life, like how a metal detector works. I'm gonna change it to be how my game designer originally proposed it should be, which is like it finds the closest one and kind of like beeps faster and faster and faster once you get close to it. Because then I can add more like random treasure and stuff, and I think that'd be fun. So. Yeah. Yes, Declan, I'm still here, my guy. Bucket should be in both. I don't know about it being in both, though, because... Well, I feel like it would be... Should it be... I feel like if it's by the bucket, like, in come multiplayer, only one person can use it at a time. But if, like, it's part of your inventory, then it's like multiple people could jump on healing, and that's, like, a strategic option. That's, like, how Sea of Thieves goes, you know? Crow's nest with mounted spyglass. That's interesting. Mounted spyglass. Like it just becomes a station, you know, for doing stuff at that point. Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Assassin's Creed Black Flag, my personal favorite pirate game. 100% agree. You could upgrade your ship to have more cannons, and at the end you got 22 on either side. Yeah, like, I've been playing around. I've been like kind of like toying with different design ideas for like ship upgrades, and the question becomes, how much do I want to punish you guys? Because my idea right now is if your ship sinks, you lose it and you have to go buy a new one. Is that terrible of me? And like start your upgrades all over. Like I feel like that would make people play more. It would add a lot of interesting things to it because like. Whoa, Top Hat. Bro, you're amazing. Thanks, dude. Appreciate the donation, my guy. Yeah, so with, what was I saying? Upgrades, yeah. So I love the idea of, like, buying, like, a default ship, and then you can, like, upgrade to have, like, more weapons and stuff, and, like, you buy that. But then I love the idea of, like, making it very punishing once you, like, if you sink your ship. Because, like, in multiplayer and stuff, like... It would mean like when you're in those taverns and stuff, like you would want to see who do we want to be our captain because who has the best like ships, like, who has the most upgraded ships, and so like you would like go around like trying to get people to join your crew based off of like what you have. I think it'd be cool. You gotta come down to Pizza Day sometime. Yeah, dude, I need to come back down. I'll probably be coming down soonish. We'll see. And Top Hat get a peg leg. Oh gosh. Oh, that's funny. What? Let's do that as a poll. If you sink a ship with upgrades, do you lose the upgrades? So like the way that I want it to do, I want like your like hideout to be more like a garage, right? Like so you'd have basically a garage of ships they can go out into the world with. But like if you sink an upgraded ship, do you lose all of it and you gotta go back to zero? Or should there be like a way to like, that's what we should do. There should be like a way to like unsink it from the depths, like pay Davy Jones to pull it up, you know? Kind of like the whole Black Pearl thing. That could be cool. If you upgraded skins. Thanks for the pizza money, Declan. You're the man. If upgraded ships sink, do you lose the upgrades? Let me know. I'm very curious. Very, very curious. Will quest be in sale? So, like, what do you mean by quest? Because, like, there's quests in there right now, which is, like, more of, like, go here, do this, that, and that, and that. Like, when I picture quests, I'm picturing kind of, like, the different, like, game loops, right? Like, if I go pick up a bounty hunt, like, that's my quest. I'm on a bounty hunt. If I go pick up a treasure hunt, like, that's what I'm on. I'm on a treasure hunt, you know? But if, like... I also want there to be, like, I love Call of Duty Zombies. Like, I think Call of Duty Zombies is such a great game, and I love the Easter eggs, the way that they're set up, because that's not your primary game, right? Like, in Zombies, like, my favorite Zombies map of all time is Mob of the Dead from Black Ops 2. And in that game, like, it is so freaking fantastic because, like, your objective is to survive, right? Like, that is your objective when you're playing Zombies, to survive as many rounds as possible. But there's this whole other game mode you can engage in where surviving becomes too easy, where you try to figure out like the story part of the game, you know? And so like I love the idea of doing something like that, where like, okay, like there's these question stuff you can go on and sale, but there are these Easter eggs that are out there for you guys to find if you want to. So that's how I picture quests going in sale. Something more like that. All right. Some upgrades need to be one-time use. Others need to be lost on sync. Fair enough. I love the idea of like pulling it from the depths of like you can basically pay, or like maybe we could make that like part of the trading system. Like if you go find 10 skulls or whatnot, like I'll unsink a ship for you or something like that. That could be really interesting. That could be really. That's the thing. Like I feel like Tarkov modes right now are super in. Where like if you lose what you lose out in the world, feel like you lose it. I don't know. I find that game mode like fascinating. Like I played the VR Escape from Pavlov version of like Escape from Tarkov, and it was fun. Like it was a blast. You go out and try to loot things, and you bring it back because you don't want to lose it, you know. And then you go back out with it if there's like a certain thing like you want to do. And I feel like that's like really good for like the pirate theme too, you know. The autopilot idea sounds like a good idea. Actually, there is already a map. I'll probably set waypoints and stuff. I think it would be cool if there were sea monsters like a kraken or something. We're definitely going to put in sea monsters at some point. Yeah, like at some point, but it might be a ways down the road. What would you say the core game loop is now? What would you like it to be? Are there secondary loops in there now? I mean, like the core game loop right now is collect treasure and get back to your hideout, right? Collect treasure, get back. I would like there to be more of like the secondary loop where like, you know, you go out and there's different ways to collect treasure, right? Like there just needs to be more ways of doing that thing. But like the secondary like meta loop would be some kind of Easter egg. Like that's what I want it to be. I want this to be like a sandbox. I don't want to force you down any kind of like path, but if you want to, like you could. What in the world? Got a bot in here. This person's getting... Person's getting deleted, bro. Bot kicked. Dude, I don't know, man. There's so many whack bots that show up in like YouTube stuff. It's freaking annoying. Maybe an insurance system. That could be interesting if we did it right, but I don't know. A fishing game could be great to pass the time. Maybe fish could be traded. Or maybe like as you're fishing, you just fish out like random treasure from the sea. We could do that. Something you could do to make the cannons not laggy if you had a lot each shot. The only streams I'm awake to watch is yours. The other streams are too much filled. Plus, they are boring, but yours is enjoyable. Appreciate it, man. Glad you're here. It's firing the cannons and rows 10 fires of the line. Hypothetically, each rows 10 cannons fire 10. Oh, yeah. I guess that's kind of laggy. Okay, this guy. This bot. Insurance is super important in Tarkov. Yeah. I just don't know how we do that. I guess, I mean, if we use the General Pacific Trading Company as, like, the business that's in there, I guess you could go buy insurance, like, for your boat or whatnot. That'd be interesting. That'd be definitely leaning into the Tarkov side of things, which I don't know if everyone would be down for, but, I mean, that's kind of where we're at. Trophies from quests like a Kraken tentacle that wraps around the mast. Or skeleton. I really love the idea of making cosmetics that are earned through like achievements, right? So like the first time you sink a Kraken, like getting something like that, or getting like the Kraken flag or something like that. Because I want to make it so that eventually I can do events where the first person to achieve something gets something cool or special or something like that. And just like, I think that would be way, way cool. Anyway, will there be a fleet setting? Okay. This guy's gone. How do you boot the guy? Whoa, people don't want their upgrades to be lost when they sink. Okay. Jeez. How big do you think squad for each ship will be? I'm hoping to get squads of 4 people. 4 to 5 people per crew. I feel like that's a pretty good number. We'll see. Am I ever going to upgrade the graphics? As, like, stuff gets better, hopefully. But right now, like, the graphics are where they're at because that's kind of all the quest can handle. I don't ever want to go for like hyper realism. I don't love that style. Like I love the kind of cartoony look we're going with right now. So anyway, dude, how do I ban this boy? Bro, it won't let me ban the dude. Graphics are fantastic right now. I think I like them. Just steal Black Flag ship combat, but in VR, it's really good. I recommend it. In VR, would be great. Yeah, so like that's the thing is like, I'm trying to figure out if like because like the boarding in Black Flag I really like, you know, because in Black Flag it's like once you've disabled a ship, you basically select like I want to board it, or you just go and sink it. You know, it's like an option you can choose. So. That's kind of what I'm thinking with when it comes to that. Anyway, how long have we been alive, guys? An hour? Wow. Been on here for a while. All right. Well, any last questions for me? Probably hop off in a little bit here. Do you have a job or you only work on sale and get money from that, or a part-time job? I do have one part-time job. I just clean some like offices on the weekends. So I do get like a little bit of cash from that, but most like sales is my full-time job. So yeah, like yeah. Anyway, you can put it on Black Flag spaceship combat. Donovan Bocart. Hello, my guy. Have you watched the Bone release trailer that came out today? No, I haven't. I should pull it up. Should we watch it together? We could. 85% of ship upgrades stay, 15% are lost. 85%. Can you make it so the ship health more right now? Battles are like 5 to 10 seconds. Yeah, I definitely want to improve on like ship battles and stuff. I have that in here, but that's kind of like a balancing thing that I'm trying to figure out. So, yeah, I'll be adjusting ship health for sure. Can you make the ship health more? Do you know when multiplayer will be out? Like a release date? I'm gonna start working on multiplayer come 2023. That's my plan right now. Unless something goes really, really well in the next couple months, which could. We'll see. Yeah. So just take Black Flag competent, put it in zero, make it possible to have more than 22 cannons. Yeah, let me just yoink that code real fast. Have you watched the Bone? Oh yeah, Bone Labs. Yeah, I'm gonna go. It comes out on Thursday. I haven't actually seen it. Let's watch together, shall we? Let's watch the Bone Labs trailer, guys. Is it this one? That's a teaser. It's this one. Guessing these are PC graphics, right? Classic Bloomworks. Nice. Purple guy. Did I not get far enough in the game to know what that is? Hang on. Classic Boneworks puzzling. Super cool. What the? Ooh. Interesting. So that's what purple guy's gonna be. Ooh, nice shotty. Sweet. Whoa. Interesting inventory system. Gotta run fast. Dude, that's awesome. Girl can run faster. Oh, that's interesting. Kind of like a class system, essentially. Nice. Also, a little bit infuriating to watch. Never let him know your next move. Oh, that's so interesting. Let me change which character you are. This guy's so good with his, like, just like user experience design. Like, it's just awesome. Tactical reload. No way. Can you actually use... Yeah, someone's gonna mod that to be like Captain America's shield, yeah? Please? Please? Super strong guy. That's interesting. It's gonna be like a class system, essentially. Boop. Boop. That's cool. That's such a cool mechanic. Like pulling it out of your arm. What do you guys think if we put the like inventory on your wrists like they do in like Veil? I think that could be super cool. Bouncy boy. Wow, this guy really went nuts with physics. That's so cool. The gunplay in Boneworks is just unmatched. I feel like that's one of the reasons why Veil feels so good. I wonder if there's any accidental SEO because people would Google Veil VR and accidentally get Sail. It's possible. So good. Yoink. No way. It's coming out Thursday. Oops. Players are recommended to have previous VR experience understanding both a common VR gameplay principles before proceeding. That's interesting that he would warn people, like, right off the bat that, like, you need to be an experienced player to play it. It's gonna be intense. Alright, lads. Go away, adult dating site. Why can't I freaking get rid of them? Go away. Okay. Hey, what's your favorite thing you made in Sail? Gosh, I don't know. There's so many like little things. There's like just like millions of like little things that are just fan-freaking-tastic. Don't even know. Gosh, who knows how to get rid of these people? Remove. ETA on the spyglass. I don't know. This is the problem, guys. Like, I can't give you any ETAs on anything until like I know what's happening next, right? Because like if some of these deals that I'm working on behind the scenes go through, like I'm gonna have to focus on them like big time. So like right now the game is in a good spot where I can do a couple of these other things to like bring in some more like just I can't really talk about it. Let's just say that like I'm kind of stuck in a sense because I need to know like what I need to do, prioritize next. So I can't really give an ETA on anything. I had to tell the same thing to Be Haptics today. I was like, I can't give you guys an ETA on when it's going to happen because there's other things that I need to see through first. So yeah. Oh, that's hilarious. I didn't change the view. My bad. Hey, what's your favorite thing you have planned? The thing that I'm looking forward to most with Sail. I'm actually really looking forward to multiplayer. Like seriously, I'm really looking forward to multiplayer. I just keep like reading documentation and stuff on different like multiplayer services and stuff, and I'm just like excited to start figuring that out. But it's gonna be a minute, so yeah, that's what I'm most excited for. I really am so excited for multiplayer to like get going on that. But I'm also excited to like experiment with some other like the game modes. Like I'm really curious to see like if a bounty hunt system would work like well, stuff like that. So no, who couldn't see the preview? LOL. Oh my gosh, I'm so stupid. I didn't hit the transition button. Dumb, idiot me. Did you hire another developer team or are you still solo dev right now? We haven't. I don't have another developer team yet. Yeah. So yeah, I'm solo right now. I'm trying to figure those things out. I might have to go solo for a little while. We'll see. But yeah, right now I'm solo. But like I have a deal worked out with like an artist company to like bring in some like artistic assets and stuff. So like that's super great. And yeah, stuff like that. Cool. 50% of chat is going on. How did you change the view? Sorry, guys. This is me being inexperienced live streamer. All right. I'm going to actually wrap this up because we've been on here for almost an hour and a half, which is fan-freaking-tastic. Anyway, so lots of good stuff is coming for sale, guys. I can't really give you too much of an update right now, but when I do make a devlog, it's going to have a lot of really good stuff for you guys to devour, I guess. Anyway, super excited. Thank you to everyone who gave like donations today. Like, yo, thank you, Declan. Thanks for the pizza, man. And Top Hat, you're a goat. Really appreciate it, guys. Hoping to push out the seated mode really soon here. Patreons are going to get it first, so if you want to become a Patreon subscriber, it's somewhere in the description or something like that. But going forward, guys, I just want to remind you, Patreon supporters are going to be the first people to try out any of the new stuff that I push out there. So if anyone wants to try the stuff, like, that's where you need to go. Anyway, that's going to be all for me, guys. Appreciate you coming to the live stream, and maybe we'll do this again soon. Appreciate for everyone who did votes and whatnot. You guys are awesome. Whoa, another donation. What do you think about having a bounty system for players? Yes. Multiplayer, I think that'd be really cool to be able to jump in a server and place a bounty on someone's head, or to be able to see bounties that are on different people's heads in different servers, so that you want to go jump into the server to try to hunt someone down. I think bounties are going to be a really important part of multiplayer. So, Rin, sorry, man. Sorry. I should honestly, at this point, I need to add a top hat for top hat. Like, he just deserves it. Anyway. Appreciate you guys coming to the live stream. I know how to exit, maybe. And I will talk to you guys on the next one. Have a good one.